Hello, welcome. Today I will take a look at Dash USD. I'm a big time investor in Dash, short-term investor. Based on a couple of charts, I want to find out where Dash can go. So I have a couple of charts here, the Dash dollar, the Dash Bitcoin, and a comparison chart. And I will take a look today and figure out what is a realistic target for Dash. So stay tuned. Okay, so I'm looking at Dash against the US dollar. I have a couple of Fibonacci levels here. I will delete everything and draw it from scratch just to make my reasoning a little bit more understandable. These lines I will just leave. These are parallel channels. I mean, they don't have to mean anything. It's just lines, but we can see sometimes it is support, sometimes it is resistance. So I think these are some valid channels. So I will just leave them for my better understanding. Okay, so let's have a look at the naked chart of Dash against dollar. Oh yeah, by the way, Dash is below $100. I mean, this is extremely cheap. Looking at the history of Dash, I mean, over the last 3 years, I mean, coming from $1,600, so it's extremely cheap. And if I had any dollars left, I would definitely buy more. But I've bought enough Dash, so I'm not buying any more. But I'm just saying this is a really good price to buy. Okay, so technical analysis on the Dash chart. I just take the basic fib level, go to the top of the bull run here, draw it to the bottom, right? And so the 1 is here at the top, the 0 is at the bottom, and we can see, for example here, the 0.236 is exactly where the first impulse hit, boom, and then it collapsed again. So by seeing that, I can see Dash is quite respecting these Fibonacci levels. Right? That is the first thing I see. Let me draw this over here. So I put this a little bit here to the left. Now I will draw another Fibonacci level and I will look at this part here, top here, and the bottom here. So the 1 is here at the top and the 0 at the bottom. Let me just draw this over, and maybe if that is alright, I will ignore this big wick here and just focus on the real on the real extension of this impulse. So the 1 is here at the top, and we can see this whole move again went to a major Fibonacci level, the 4.236. And this is aligning quite nicely with this fib level from the big view here. So again, this is a nice confluence, which makes me believe, hey, Dash is quite respecting Fibonacci levels. Okay, and let me just see if that would also be, yep, same here. So if I keep the 0 here, but I just put the 0.23 here, then the 1 will be hit here. So again, quite nicely respecting Fibonacci levels. And the highest level would be here, 4.236, which coincides with the top of the last bull run. So there's some really nice confluences if we look at the Fibonacci levels already here. And now I analyze this part of the chart. So what I'll do, I'll go to the top of this impulse and draw it until the most recent bottom here, end of January. If the 1 is here at $450 and the top is the bottom is here at $80, then we see the top comes in here at the 4.236 Fibonacci level, and this coincides nicely with these measurements and with the top of the last bull run. Yeah, so that makes me to believe Dash against dollar is a chart respecting Fibonacci levels quite nicely. And I love that because it can give me a potential roadmap as to where the dollar chart might go in the future, right? So let me draw this over here. Right, so now I will just change this one a little bit, draw another fib level. So again, I will keep it the same for the moment, the 1 here, the 0 here, but I will draw this out, and now I will take the 0.236 here as a top, and this one, the 0 here at the bottom, like I did here. And then we see, of course, the 1 is right here in this level as all the other ones, and we even have a much higher potential target here with the 4.236. Alright, so far for the basic understanding of the behavior of this chart based on fib levels. So what is my first target for the Dash dollar? My first target would be the next major Fibonacci level right here, 1,600, $1,700, because we have so much confluence here. I mean, they are all lining up here. So this would be my first initial target. Okay, so just looking at the dollar chart and based on Fibonacci levels, we figured out a realistic target is $1,600, $1,700 for Dash. Now let's take a look at Dash against Bitcoin. So that's the Dash BTC chart. Let me take this off and see how I got there. So let me scroll over here to the past. Let me take this off too. Okay, so that is the whole Dash against Bitcoin chart. So this can also, in my opinion, give us some kind of understanding where we will go. So right now, I mean, we are at an all-time bottom, I mean, or a 3-year, 4-year bottom at 0.0024, coming from over 0.1, so it's lost a lot. Just by taking fibs again, I think I have a pretty good way to analyze where this whole thing will go. So if I put the 1 here at the top of it, and I drag it all the way down to the 0 here, we can see the first realistic target, if this thing moves to the upside, will be this 0.236 Fibonacci level, and this will be 0.03 Bitcoin. So why the heck do I think that this is even a target? That's because I can see how this chart behaved in the past, right? So in the past we had pretty similar moves. I mean, for example, this one. This was a huge fall and then it went up again. It's not too unsimilar to this one. A big fall here. Just this took less time. And if we add the fibs here, well, we can see it's basically, let me just drag this over. So this was a big fall here, and if I put the 1 at the top and the 0 at the bottom of it, looking at this whole fall, which is what we have done here, just this is a super long extension of this part here, we can see from the bottom the first impulse, boops, went right up to the 0.236 level here, right? So it took a long time to go down, then bounce a little bit here at the bottom, and then it impulsed back to the 0.236. And that is what I think is happening now here again, down, bottoming out, and then it will impulse up to this 0.236 level, which is 0.03 Bitcoin right here. Okay? Okay, so let's compare Dash against dollar and Dash against Bitcoin. So Dash dollar, just based on fib levels, we figured out a realistic target is $1,700 here. And Dash BTC, also just based on fib levels and past behavior of the same chart, we figured out a first realistic target is 0.03 Bitcoin. Now, let's summarize this whole strategy here. If Dash Bitcoin from the bottom of 0.0024 shall rise to the first target of 0.03, that is a 12.5x. So Dash against Bitcoin will rise 12.5 times more in value than Bitcoin in the same time. So looking at what the blockchain backer on his channel said, he said Bitcoin is doing a retrace to $65,000, I think he said. So BTC USD, let's quickly check this. So he said from this point here, Bitcoin was 33,000. He said, okay, so we're doing a retrace and then we're gonna crash. A retrace to $65,000 more or less. So if that is happening, then this is a 1.7x increase for Bitcoin. Now we just said Dash BTC will rise 12.5x in the same time. So in the same rise, Dash will rise 12.5 times more than Bitcoin. Bitcoin will rise 1.7x, so we take 1.7x times 12.5x, and we get a realistic 2021x for Dash dollar, and this will put us right here at our target of $1,700 if we multiply this by the value with $80 that it had at the low. $80 because it's the same point in time as the lows of Dash BTC and the low at the BTC USD chart of 33,000. So no matter how we look at the whole thing, this is a realistic target here, $1,700, which is at 20x. Okay, so that's what I'm looking forward for Dash to do.